What's up, guys? Big Fry here. I apologize for my voice. I just got back from California a couple days ago, and naturally, when you get back to Canada after being in the hot sun, you get a little sick. So I'm a little bit under the weather. So I was on TRS this morning, and I saw a thread that linked me to a video somebody took of the proof of concept. And this wasn't some like video ripped from SOF Studios. This was like new footage. Essentially, what they were trying to do was run around and try and get their guy stuck on different objects in the map and try to show that, you know, there's some camera collision issues with the proof of concept. And essentially, in the description, they just said that it's a piece of shit because of those reasons laid out. Now, I've had my hands on the proof of concept for a while now. I didn't want to share it and risk having SOF, you know, fuck with my YouTube account or whatever they tried to do. But now that these videos are out there, I've decided to share my thoughts on SOF Studios scrapping the Unreal 3 proof of concept and opting to start from scratch on Unreal 4. So this is going to be the first in-depth look at what has changed over the last 2 years and where we're at now in the beta going into early access. So take a look. Okay, first things first, my main issue with the beta right now is the gun mechanics. The random spray from the bullets kind of just eliminates any competition. And if you're a follower of my stream, I've explained this countless times on there, the POC is no better. The bullets back then are random, just the same as the beta now. They kind of just go anywhere in the crosshair, and it's really hard to play competitively. The movement speed in the beta, in my opinion, is just a little too slow. The POC feels perfect. It looks fast, but it feels really nice. My only issue is when you push your joystick in the northeast or the northwest position, your character speed slows immensely. That's my only real gripe with the speed of the character. Grenade arc in the POC is miles ahead of the beta. Back on the old SOCOMs, when you hit your grenade button to throw it, the grenade arc would start and gradually get bigger. In the beta, it just appears. Whereas in the proof of concept, they have it nailed. It's fucking awesome. Speaking of grenades, the proof of concept comes equipped with red smokes, white smokes, flashbangs, and M67s. Whereas the beta just comes with the M67 grenades. And all the other grenades, I don't even think have been discussed by SOF. Now, in terms of the UI, the look is subjective. In my opinion, I think the proof of concept just looks cleaner. But the functionality of the proof of concept is better than the current state in beta. Health bars being the big ticket item here. The percentage in the beta is kind of a placeholder, I believe. But the fact that it existed 2 years ago is questionable to me. Now, the reason that those videos were uploaded was to show that there were collision issues with the POC, and yeah, that person's correct. But it's not like the beta wasn't prone to collision issues and camera issues either. Now, I want to get into the heart of the conversation at hand. Why does somebody anonymously upload a video and try to break down people's ideas of the POC? And it's just funny that it happens a day after the studio addresses the community and apologizes for somebody from the studio trying to do the same thing. In my opinion, the POC feels closer to SOCOM than the beta does. Yeah, it's buggy. If I dive to prone off a high ledge, my guy flies to the ground really strange, and I think he reloads halfway through. But the fact that dive to prone is in the game, that's not something to skip over. Yes, there are soft spots in the map, but when I played alpha and beta, they were there too. You know, one thing the POC handles correctly is the audio. I can tell where my grenades explode. If I run away and throw a grenade in the opposite direction, I can hear it in my speakers. I know that, okay, grenade just got thrown to the left. I can hear that. Yes, the POC was buggy. What we have to understand is this was built in 6 months, which is where SOF is also stating the beta is. Now, my question is, if the POC was in this good a shape 2 years ago, or a year and 6 months ago, why did you feel the need to switch to UE4? Now, if you spent the last 10 to 12 months building this game on Unreal Engine 3 instead of porting over assets to run on the new engine, where would this community be? We wouldn't be crossing our fingers going into early access and hoping that it sells. I think you guys would have a lot more confidence, and I think we'd be further along. Now, some excuses I've heard is that it's easier to port to PS4. Tripwire Interactive just released Killing Floor 2 on PC, which is in early access right now. And what they're doing is they're porting it to PS4 once it's finished. So essentially the same game plan you guys have. Killing Floor 2 is running on Unreal 3. So, is it a difficulty thing? Is it a time thing? I'm not sure. Because, to me, if you spent 10 to 12 months porting to Unreal 4, or the alternative, you could spend 10 to 12 months porting to PS4 with a finished product, I think I know what I would choose. I would rather be farther along in the game going into early access than to be crunching now and just living on a wing and a prayer. I mean, shit, even the POC had extraction. You could go up, light the fucking flares, bring the helicopter, bring the hostage. Like, you guys had a game mode 2 years ago, and now we're sitting here playing TDM. They're talking about bringing framework in for Demolition, which tells me that it's not going to be ready for early access. But 2 years ago, you guys had extraction. Like, to me, I just see so many steps back. Yeah, the game might run a little bit smoother, but in terms of selling features to the general public when it goes into early access, there's nothing here. And with 8 to 10 months extra development time, you guys could have brought that smoothness that is in the beta, you could have brought that to Unreal Engine 3. Just a little bit of optimization. In the description of the video, he says that the videos that we saw were made to sell a game and not a real game. I think he kind of forgot about this video right here. This guy wants to talk about misleading people to sell a product. Come on. And the reason I keep bringing up these main issues with the game now in my streams is because we are so close to launching to the general public. And I know people are using the word beta, they're using that as a crutch, and they're going to be using the words EA early access as a crutch. That's not the case. When people are allowed to put a dollar value to something, they are allowed to critique it. And the problem with that is, you guys aren't going to be able to control it anymore. We're in our little community. We're in a bubble right now. And once this goes to Steam, and if it goes to the Steam in this state or somewhere close to it, that bubble's going to burst. And it's not like I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to be realistic. I want to make sure that that doesn't happen. I'm not here to just, I'm not the guy at the end of the street yelling, "The devil's coming," I'm not that. I'm trying to get it through that we need to do something. Whether that be delay it again, I don't know if that's a possibility. We've already got them to delay it twice, which is awesome. I will give them all the props in the world on that. They obviously see that they can't go to market. I don't know what it's going to be like in a month. There's probably going to be another update video from me in a month before we get to early access. But something needs to change. We need features. We need people to want to look at this game and be like, this is something I want to invest in. And right now, I don't know, I don't think that people are going to want to invest in it who aren't SOCOM fans. And we can say, well, if they're not SOCOM fans, then fuck them. But you guys got to realize that the future of this project hinges on early access and the success that it has on the PC. Just let that sink in. That's a big deal. And that's all I'm going to leave this video with. Guys, I do not want to kill this project. Don't think that. I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying to make SOF aware. I know they're watching these videos. I know you guys are out there tweeting them with the links to these videos. I know they're here. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it's at BigFryTV. If you guys want to get me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/BigFryTV. You guys know what it is. Hit that subscribe button here, guys. There's going to be a lot more H-Hour content. Regardless of the shit that went on with the studio, I'm here for the game. I am here for the community. That's why I'm recording these videos when I'm sick as fuck. I love talking SOCOM. And I love talking H-Hour. Even if I see a lot of problems, we just got to get them fixed. And that's as simple as that. But I will always do it in public. I'm not going to upload an anonymous video like some punk-ass bitch did and try to hide and say that you're a true SOCOM fan. No. If you played that proof of concept and you didn't see any sort of potential with it compared to the beta that we're playing now, no. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. That's all I got to say, guys. I'm out. Have a good weekend.